let's tighten up with P Shark. I know it's been a while. I know it's been a good almost a whole month. My last video was literally a month ago, and last episode was almost 2 months, about a month and a half ago. So, hey, as y'all know, I got a Grizzlies podcast. As y'all see, we're in a tough battle with the Golden State Warriors, and my guest today is the Golden State Warriors fan. So we're gonna get into that talk a little bit today too. But of course, y'all know, check out the NBA playoffs and everything. I'm back. I ain't went nowhere. Let's Tighten Up podcast is still here. My Twitter account is gone though, the LBR Tighten Up Twitter account. But y'all can follow me on my personal account, the1_P Shark. Had to consolidate some stuff. Just got kind of overwhelmed with all the Twitter accounts. Y'all know I had five accounts now, down to 3. So had to go ahead and settle some of these podcasts. Go ahead, just talk from my channel a whole lot more, talk from my page a whole lot more. But first up, I start off with none under before I bring my guest on. My last video was You're Bored, right? You're Bored segment about AJ Brown getting traded. And of course, obviously, he did get traded. So therefore, I'm bored. He got traded. As y'all know, he got traded to the. Now, Your Bored was about him getting traded to the Jets at the time, but I did also say some Titans fans who were starting to, act like, what, AJ, he missed some time, yada yada yada. He should get traded. I called him bored as well. So really, I'm saying I'm bored to the Titans fans who was on that train, not to the Jets people because he didn't get traded to the Jets. But therefore, I am bored though. I did think AJ wouldn't get traded, but I did just write a blog post on it. So check it out, lbrealmedia.com. It's called The Cost of Doing Business. I kind of detailed the whole wide receiver market and which led to AJ Brown and all the other background stories, wherever you want to believe. There's 3 sides to every story. I'm not about to get into all of it. Only people who know the truth is AJ and Tennessee Titans, J-Rob and them. So now if I'm getting all of that, I just need to go ahead and just get on myself for saying he's not going to get traded and him actually getting traded. So therefore, I'm bored. I'm not ashamed to get on myself about stuff. But without further ado, before I bring my guest on, let's get a word from our sponsor. Let's Be Real Media is pleased to announce we are sponsored by Ralph Brand. Ralph culture is surrounded by skates, punk, and hip-hop art. We are looking forward to co-designing materials for this journey with them. Please visit ralphbrand.com for purchasing merch now and for future collaborations with Let's Be Real Media. Back. Let's tighten up with P Shark with my guest, my boy, my bro, Ian Teezy. How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good, man.
All right.
Yeah. We at odds right now with the Grizzlies-Warriors.
Oh yeah.
What up, Ryan? Just said, what up,
What's up,
bro? What
Ryan?
do you do? Yep.
What's up, man?
And of course, Ryan, Grizzlies fan. I see y'all interact on Twitter, so yeah, we all.
Yeah.
At odds with you right now. But, hey,
I'm enemies, man. It's a lot of folks, man, that I'll be cool with, man. It's crazy. I'm getting all kind of texts and phone calls and hit up all notifications from Twitter and Facebook. Yeah,
right.
all good.
What to do, Rodney? Yeah, I remember I met you at the Rams game, man. Yeah, it was a great meeting.
Right on.
Man. Definitely. I think we played the Chargers this year.
Chargers, yeah.
Waiting for their schedule to come out. I'm playing
come out Tuesday, right? Is it Tuesday?
I think they said May the 12th. So
May the 12th. Okay, I knew it's coming up. So that's what Thursday then, next Thursday.
Yep. Yeah, a couple more comments. Ryan said, ENT, we beefing. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we beefing, bro.
Man.
I'm on y'all neck.
But of course, when we get there, let's get to the Titans and back to the AJ Brown trade reaction. Y'all heard in the beginning. I said I was bored for saying he was about to get, he wasn't gonna get traded, and actually happened. And of course, shout out to my guy, the Power Hour. I was on with Ryan and Titans Time podcast, as well as Haley, Titans for Ladies of Titans Twitter live reaction.
Oh, wow.
Being live on air when that happens,
wow.
It's I kind of had a meltdown. Like I was like, bro,
man. I think we all did, bro. I think everybody was just like shocked, just like like that's like that first stage of grief, just shocked. Yeah.
Man, so I guess like, what was your initial, like when it first happened? What was your emotions like?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I was here at home chilling. I worked from home that day, and man, at first I saw the notification come on my phone from, I get like those live notifications from like TD and Mike Miracles, and I think one of them had put it on. And I was like, they joking. And then like maybe 30 seconds later, it popped up on the TV saying AJ Brown has been traded to the Eagles for the 18 pick. Yeah, for the 18 pick, and I was like, wow. At first, I was just like angry and shocked, and like, man, like what happened? Like J. Roberts tripping. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, like what's going on? Like you said, it's the hardest soul of the team. Like you trading away him. And man, so yeah, man, that was a long night, man. I didn't even sleep that well. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
I
don't
didn't
think
sleep well
nobody
at
did.
all.
I woke up
Yeah.
the next morning. It was like, bruh, I know they didn't really happen.
Yeah. I was like, no, man. Yeah, so that's definitely I was shocked. I was shocked and angry. Yeah, definitely.
I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't say it on the air. I'm like the type of person I try my best to handle my initial reaction and emotions.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was live on the air. Not normally I don't tweet like my quick reactions anyway, but I was live on the air, so I tried to make sure I don't overreact. And I'm always trusting J Rob. I'm always
yeah.
I ain't gonna say he can't do no wrong, but like any GM, like he's been consistent, he's been good since he's been here. So at that very moment when the trade happened, that was the first time ever I truly thought
Yeah.
like the other like Titans fans would be like, forget J Rod, if J Rod. That was the
Yeah.
only time ever that I actually like literally thought like that about J Rod. I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
me
I
too.
know he
Yep.
did.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I was kind of like, man, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on.
Rodney said first it was like my dog died. It was straight bullshit. Yeah, he said, you got a dog.
Yeah, he ain't got a dog.
Yeah. That's how that feel. That's a
Yeah,
good
I'm telling you, man, definitely. Yeah, it's like a shock, man. Like I said, somebody died or something, man. Like you just like what? Like, no, that can't be true.
man. So I mean, coming from that, then you see the actual trade. First, well, I saw that we was doing a live draft and the Titans,
Mm-hmm.
it was Eagles pick. Then next thing you know, I saw Titans pick up. I was like, okay, we traded up for 26, cool. And next thing you know, I see come across my screen or come across the, the draft screen, AJ Brown trade. I was like,
Yep.
I know we need to trade him, 18. So at that point, I was like, bro, we need to make sure we get Malik. We need to make sure we get Malik Willis
Yeah. Because
next.
really, to be honest, that's what I said. I said either they're going. I figured they were going to either get a receiver or they were going to get Malik Willis. That's what I thought initially when they went up to 18. I was like, okay, we gonna get a receiver or we're gonna get Malik Willis.
Yep.
Yep.
Ryan said, I ain't gonna cap
Yeah.
over a little bit. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we
definitely.
live and wear together. It was hard.
Yeah,
It was hard.
I already know. Yeah, know what I'm saying. At first, initially, you see that you don't like say you don't think about what they doing behind the scenes, like why they doing this. Kind of like you like, man, you out tripping.
Yep. So I mean, coming from that, what I guess your final thoughts about everything, the news that came after? How were your feelings about it? Did you get swayed either way about the Titans side, about AJ side, or are you just like, hey, he's gone, that's it, move
Yeah,
on? What were your feelings?
the latter. I'm definitely like, man, he's gone. Like, I'm not. A lot of people bashing AJ now, like F AJ this and that. I'm like, I'm not really on that, and I'm not really like, well, the Titans did what they had to do, But I'm just kind of like, he gone. Like, it was a business decision. That's just the name of the game. Unfortunately, a lot of times, we can have emotional attachment to these players, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and it is what it is. I wish him well. I hope he does well in Philly, other than when they play us next season. But
Right.
yeah, it is what it is, man. Like I'm pretty much over it. Yeah, I'm like beyond like at this point, I'm a Titans fan over any player. Like even if Derrick Henry got traded, like it is what it is. It's Tennessee Titans for life. So
Yo, for sure. Rodney said we talked about Malik. So overall, I'm good now. Looking forward. Same. I think all of us
yep,
kind of on the same wavelength.
yeah,
Ryan said, yeah, I don't like them bad shit,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
I don't
like
like that either. Yeah,
especially the people getting on him about the money, somebody should have took a team discount stuff. I understand the business side
yeah,
wholeheartedly. Like
definitely.
especially him who has some injury history,
Yeah,
who like, nah, let me go and get my money now
yeah,
before I
definitely.
don't blame him. Like I just know the Titans normally take their time. In this case, they just saw that negotiations going the way going. AJ, if it's true that he did, it does sound like he actually did do that though, because when they asked him the question in his press conference, he was
Yeah,
like, no comment or whatever.
like I'm
So
ready to move forward, or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sounded like he asked for a trade and the way he was acting on social media. So I do kind of believe that side of it.
yeah.
I honestly, I kind of believe everything that, because it ain't like both sides. Then I don't think any side, both sides of the story wasn't like two completely different sides. It was kind of
Right.
like, oh, this how much they offer me, this is that, and Titans just didn't get into the numbers.
Yeah,
But they said he demanded a trade, in which he did not say he didn't demand a trade.
yeah.
So he just said it wasn't his fault. which
Yeah.
I think I do kind of have a little push on there. Like,
Yeah, me too.
if it came
Yeah.
out, it wasn't my fault. Like, okay, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
think he didn't go full Debo Samuels, but he definitely was. His people were definitely nudging for sure. They were definitely like, okay, if you
Yeah.
don't do something, we want this to happen. Yeah,
Which is ironic because like Debo about to stay in San Francisco, so
yeah. I see he added him back to his IG.
so you can say we could have played hardball, but I think, like I said, I respect J Rod. They don't deal with stuff like that. They don't
Nope.
deal with players that start getting like that. They just don't deal with
Yeah,
those. They just like,
yeah.
hey, you it's you to here. We gonna pay you. Just give us some. We not like they don't rush. They take their
Right.
time. Like I
Yep.
said in my article, I said they signed Derrick Henry in July, Kevin Byard in July,
Yep.
Taylor Warren in July. Taylor Warren
Yep.
threatened to sit out of training camp, but he decided not to. They paid him. Kevin Byard
Yep.
decided to come. He decided not to sit out at all. They paid him.
Yep.
Derrick Henry, he was on the franchise tag,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
that was a whole big uproar about that, and they got him signed. Then Harold
Yeah.
Landry this year went past the franchise tag. They signed him. Well, not even past the day. They went past the deadline, but they signed him that night.
Yeah. They signed him that night. Yeah, pretty much at the 12th hour. Yep.
Right. So,
Yeah.
man, it is what it is. The more brothers on the team, I ain't go.
He always be telling me that we need some brothers.
But yeah, man, shout out. Like I said, well, we about to get with Traylon Burks in a second, but like you said, man, good luck to AJ.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I don't care either way. Once players leave my team, I ain't gonna say I care either way how well they do, unless they're on my fantasy team. So if he's on my
Yeah.
fantasy
Yeah.
team, I would be
Yeah.
willing to put up numbers, even against us. I won't put up numbers in the loss if he's on
Yeah.
my fantasy team.
Now, if I'm like, if it's just so happen I'm watching like an Eagles game, I'll be like, okay, I'll be like, okay, like kind of like when
Yeah,
Mariota was with the
yeah,
Raiders.
exactly.
Like, it's kind of like, yeah, I want to see, get out there do his thing, same thing. But at the same time, like, I don't really care. I don't really keep up. I'm not gonna be keeping up with AJ stats or anything like that. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's the same thing like Corey Davis last year.
Yep. Yeah.
Who is it? John New Smith. We had a couple other players who all
Yeah.
had good games and they played against us, so that may
Yeah.
not be a good recipe. But also, the players who trade to the Eagles haven't done well with the Eagles, so we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. I already said it on my Let's Be Real podcast. My guy Savage, he's an Eagles fan, so I had to face him Saturday morning. Shout out to him. He very excited, but he even said he seemed like it was a fair trade both ends. It seemed like both teams are going
Yeah.
to win from it.
Yeah.
About
I
a week.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Al Pierce. Said tighten up,
All the
guys.
struck. Yeah.
Sir. Man, so moving forward from AJ to the draft. And I actually do have let me pull it up on my screen. I know people who listen audio won't see it, but y'all know who we drafted.
Yep.
So of course the AJ trade comes down, and we get Traylon Burks in that deal at number 18, who's a similar type of player as AJ. So I guess they saying, hey, we're gonna go younger.
Yep.
Get the receiver that's almost who's similar, who's gonna fit our offense, fit the same mold. I love them at Arkansas. What are your thoughts about Traylon Burks? And what are your thoughts about just the situation he's put in with
Yeah.
trade having to replace AJ?
Yeah. I think, man, to be honest, I kind of feel for the youngster because I think a lot of the fan base are going to put some unnecessary pressure on him to be the next AJ, to come out to be the next AJ, and especially with we have some uncertainty in our receiver core now, especially with AJ being gone, Julio being gone. Robert Woods is coming off an ACL injury, so you're not really for sure what he's going to do. Austin Hooper, even though he was not Hopper, Austin Hopper, had a pretty decent season with Cleveland, but he was a little bit better when he was with the Falcons. It's kind of like now you looking at this first round draft pick coming in, and I think he's going to have a little bit unnecessary pressure put on him, but I think he'd be fine. I'm cool with it. Like you said, I've been looking at his highlights since we drafted him. Like I'm not a real big draft prospect person, so I don't really keep up with who's who personally. So I don't have that much knowledge. I didn't have that much knowledge of him coming onto the team, but I have been watching him. I've been watching actually all their highlights, but he looks pretty good. Um, I know he said his combine numbers wasn't the best, but a lot of times, man, that kind of speed compared to game time speed is totally different. So I don't really count the combine because shoot, you look at Tom Brady for instance, like when he was at the combine, like they wrote him off. His time was terrible. His time and his accuracy and stuff was terrible at the combine, but now he pretty much is the GOAT. So I don't really take too much account into the combine. Like I said, his his highlights look good on tape, so I'm just hoping that he can come and learn something to transfer that over for the team. And I don't really expect for him to have a big breakout season, but if he does, that's cool. If he doesn't, that's cool too. Just something that we could build upon, and hopefully we could have him for the future.
Yep, for sure. Ryan said, hopefully AJ don't turn to DGB. Go Green Beckham.
Yeah,
I ain't
Green
gonna lie,
Beckham.
I know.
Yep.
I don't want to see him just do bad either, like to that point. Like, I really don't. That's gonna be crazy. In Philadelphia with his mental health stuff too. Yeah, it ain't gonna slide there. That's
I
the
was
wrong
going.
spot.
I was talking to Roddy about that yesterday. I was like, man, Nashville or just the Tennessee fan base is nothing compared to the Philly fan
Mm-hmm.
base. Like that stuff, you can have a bad game you want to up there with Philly, man. They're gonna be on you. So it's different. It's a different ball game.
Gonna be on the man like what am I saying? Major Pain, white and
Yeah.
white, guys making a paper plate in the snow.
Yep.
That's my movie. It looks good from so far. Burks. Yeah, like I'm an SEC fan, so and low key, like after Tennessee and Memphis, Arkansas is low key like my third team. They're like I
Yep.
typically root for them when I watch Arkansas. Like Arkansas, I really like Arkansas, so I saw a
And
lot of Traylon Burks.
yeah, and then too, speaking of Arkansas, he was kind of part of the reason why they kind of turned their program around. Like when he first got there, they weren't that good, and he's part of the reason why they kind of becoming relevant, even in the like I said, in the SEC and even just in the NCAA period. So yeah, hats off to that brother.
Exactly. And saying like I said, man, Traylon Burks, like his good attitude. I got another photo to share. Let me
All
get that
right,
one up.
I think I know what it is too.
Speaking of Mr. Traylon Burks, Mr. Player over here, man.
Yep,
My
I
guy.
knew it.
But no photos on it, man. This
Man.
this photo. This draft photo with all the women.
Yeah, man, that like a see from Get Out though. I don't know, Trey.
Look the way she look at his grandmama though, man.
Yeah, the way the grandma looking at each other.
Oh yeah, stare off, man. That's a
Yeah.
little too many, but I ain't trying to get to the race thing, man. But
Yeah.
look in the eyes though. Look in the
Yep.
eyes. My guy about to have some fun in Nashville. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, yeah. He gonna love Nashville, man. That's the bachelorette party, capital of the world. Yeah, yeah. He gonna get in trouble for sure.
I had to throw that one out there. That was too funny, man. All the
I
jokes.
already know. Yep.
That one or the we ain't draft George Pickens, but that George Pickens one in front of that TV,
Yep.
bro. That's so. You gotta love man. Hate social media. Man said fix us
Yeah.
catfish.
Yeah. All right. Well, sure. But apparently he's like a avid wild boar hunter. Burks is. Yeah. He was on with 3HL last Friday, and he was talking about that. Yeah.
What's up, man? But welcome to the Titans, man. Hope you do good things. I heard my guys at Titans therapy. They were saying, I hope he just, have a decent season. He get,
Yeah.
800 yards, 5 touchdowns. I was like, man, that's exactly what AJ did last year.
Yeah. Basically.
It's like, well, they to be AJ his freshman year. I mean, his rookie year. That's exactly what AJ did last year. So that would be great if he did that.
Yep. If he did that, definitely. Yeah.
Especially with Robert Woods. And that's you kind of forget that, like, I know he come off torn ACL, but he should be back by the regular season. Hopefully he's back. It might still take some time, and like of course the chemistry and things with Tannehill and stuff, right? But you kind of always forget, like, hey, we do got Robert Woods, so I mean, we kind of in pretty good shape. I mean, I think still receiver is still our weakness. We did take Kyle Phillips in the 4th round.
Oh yeah, I like him too. I'm looking at his tapes too. He's pretty decent.
Yeah, he's ready now to be the slot, your typical slot player. So I think we're pretty good. I think and I remember going to last season. It's kind of like the flip. And Mike Miracle said he had this during the season. He was like, "Will the Titans do like a whole how they basically revamped the defense last offseason? Are they gonna do the same thing for offense this offseason?" They kind of did that, and similar to last season, how they brought in Jim Schwartz to be like the senior assistant, defensive,
consultant type.
Yeah,
defensive consultant, like they got Tim Kelly now.
Exactly, like
being the passing coordinator.
Boom. Yeah. Then you make all the changes you made with the offense. Same thing with the defense. And the defense, I said coming to last season, they're gonna start off slow, but they're gonna get better as the season come along.
Yeah.
Kind of the same with offense. I think it's gonna start off a little slow because you got new weapons out there. Tannehill got creation chemistry, and they're gonna get taken off kind of mid-season. But you got the defense who probably be locked
Yeah, the
down.
defense is gonna be the anchor for sure.
They
Yeah.
said, I mean, we said all three levels, and that goes to the second round pick, Roger McCreary, the cornerback from Auburn. So, like I said, I watched a lot of SEC football. I remember him. Initial reaction, and I always know J-Rod drafts for the future. But my initial reaction, I still in very initial reaction, a cornerback.
That was mine too, bro. I was scratching my head like, what's this about? Like, I didn't get it. Like, and then just from what I was reading, like he wasn't even like the top prospect DB coming out in the second round. So it's kind of
Mhm.
like I don't is this good value for the second round? Like, is this
Right.
worth it? Like, what? Because he got what 35? He was 35th pick. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was kind of like, yeah, like it was a head scratcher, but
Yeah. But I think after like just talking with some people, specifically my guy NF Lombardi is his Twitter
mhm.
name. He was hinting. I know a lot of people, Caleb Farley. He's so far my favorite season looking good this offseason, but my favorite also said AJ Brown will get traded along as he's the head coach. So take with that what you will. But
Yep.
Caleb Farley came along, but I understand the injury concerns with him, and that's probably why they went and got another corner.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Yep.
Um, Another thing my guy enough Barty was saying on Twitter was, and my guy Mike Patton had actually hinted at this with me. I was on Twitter Spaces last month or 2 months ago about they were doing like the East Division, like and that space was specifically about the AFC South. So I was talking on behalf of the Titans, saying he hinted at something about Elijah Molden potentially becoming the safety.
Safety. Yep.
And I
Yeah, I've
told
heard
him,
that too.
and I
Yep.
remember telling him, I was like, you know what, Monty Hooker's contract is coming up as well
Yep.
next off
Next
season
year.
probably,
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's only so much money to go around. At that time, I
Yep.
think we were paying AJ though, but it's only so much money to go around. Got to pay Big Jeff.
Yep.
If Tannehill plays well and Malik Will's not ready, which we'll get to in a second, he might be back. So that's money that you might could save by saying Monty Hooker could go, move Elijah Molden to safety. Roger McCreary could play both inside and outside.
Yep.
So he
Yep.
can play slot, and there you go. So after seeing those sides, I was like, I understand. He always drafts for the future. He don't
Yeah.
never necessarily draft for the upcoming season.
For the upcoming season, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And you can definitely tell that with this draft that this is definitely for 2023 and beyond. Not even like it's not 22, but 2023 and beyond for sure.
right. So I respect it and I do like it. And another thing, you can never have too many DBs. And that was our weakest position on defense last year.
Yeah,
If
and
we'll be
especially
honest.
now, yeah, with all these receivers coming up, and
Exactly.
now this is a pass happy league. You definitely
Mhm.
gonna need some DBs.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
you
the
definitely gonna need
quarterbacks
some depth.
and
Yep,
the quarterbacks who going against an ALC, it makes sense. So I'm like, you
yep,
know what? After thinking about all that, there we go. Then our third round pick, we finally slipped to the lineman, which I understand the first round went crazy on the lineman and receivers. So all
yeah,
the linemen we wanted was gone off the board by the time we made the trade up. So that's why they probably traded back to 26-35 to get additional picks. So
yeah,
I do respect that. Cole Strange, I thought we was gonna get him in the third round. He got drafted in the first round. The
yep.
Patriots did a lot of reaching, but hey, we took Nicholas Petit. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
I think it's yeah,
Free.
yeah, Free. Yep, Free. Yep.
We're gonna just call him NPF. That's gonna be his nickname. We
Right.
already been doing it. That he's a tackle. I think can he play both left and right tackle?
Yeah, he can play both. Yeah, yep, yeah. He'll
And
swing tackle.
I remember speaking who show I was on Titans Time podcast the week before the draft, and I think I told him we was doing a mock draft, and normally that's another reason why I had did the show, because I just kind of like you. I heard Ryan say on his last episode of Jump Pass, I'm not a real draft. Like, I'm not finna do a deep dive into all these picks.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not
not.
my. Yeah, that's not me. Yeah, yeah,
I hate mock drafts. I hate
yeah,
because nobody mock draft ever come true. Nobody
yeah.
ever pick ever actually get.
And they start too early. It's like they start doing them in January, like doing
Yeah,
doing the division around the playoffs. I'm like, bro, the season not even over yet, man. What is we doing?
right. Yeah, even especially J Rod, he never picks when you think he about to pick somebody. He
Yeah,
never picks the player you think he about to pick ever. Ever. I was at the draft in Nashville
dang.
when he took Big Jeff, and I wanted to take Greedy Williams, and Big Jeff wasn't
Yeah,
even thought of as us taking him. And he
yep,
just
yeah,
now I love it, of course, but hey, like things like that, like you just like, bro.
yep.
So my draft's not my thing, but NPF, man, and I did, like I said, I told Titans time, I was like, J-Rob plans for the future. Taylor Lewan's contract is
Yep.
coming up. He's getting
Yep.
older. He has some injuries. I could see him after a year or two saying, "Hey, we need to go ahead and drop the left tackle in the future."
Yep.
So that may be a potential where he play right tackle this year, move to left tackle next year, get rid of Lewan. So a lot of different things. So J-Rob, he tends to do that.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. And I also with this guy too. I think it made some maybe some familiarity because he's Ohio State guy,
Mm-hmm.
like Vrabel,
Yep.
and I'm sure Vrabel knows a lot of the staff there, so I'm sure they probably put in a good word on this young man for sure.
Yep. And of course, I think with the I know a lot of people with the offensive line thinking we need so many linemen on the team. I'm just, we got Aaron Brewer. I know maybe you don't view him as a starter, but he still could be a starter. Like we don't know.
Yeah, I can see Brewer possibly starting him, Nate Davis, Ben
Mhm.
Jones, Taylor One, and I don't know about Radens or the guy that we got, the other guy we just got from Seattle.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't think of his
DeMarco
name.
Jones.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's gonna be training camp battle with those four players at left guard and right tackle, and Dylan Ravens did great in the
yeah.
San Francisco game at left
Mister,
tackle.
yeah,
So,
Niners, yeah, definitely.
so definitely, I know they like him in guard, so we'll see what happens on O line. I'm not as concerned, like I said, because you got it. Once again, I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a slow start to the season, so be prepared for that. That's all I'm gonna say with that. But I think
I
as the
agree.
season go
I agree.
along, the whole team, the whole offense is gonna get better. So we're
Yep.
going to lean on our defense a little more, kind of like last year. We have to lean on
Yeah.
our offense a little more because our defense started slow. So
Yep. I agree.
I think we're gonna be good to go. Then the pick that made us all excited. Made us all excited, man. I tell you this. I thought we was gonna take him at 26. We traded back.
Yep.
I thought he was still there at 35. And I was thinking, like, I think I told him on the Power Hour show, I was like, they better not dare take Desmond Ritter over him. Like, if you got both of them on the board, you better not dare take
That's
Desmond
who I
Ritter.
thought they was gonna get. To be honest, I thought they were gonna get Ritter. I was like, they about to get. But then once I saw the Falcons picked him up, whew,
Which look at the way. Like I said, being a Memphis fan, we play against Cincinnati. I'm not a huge fan of Ritter, but they did take him. I wouldn't just been like, oh, I would have gave him a chance.
yeah,
But
yeah, of course,
with Malik Willis on the board, I would they couldn't. I wouldn't forget AJ Roth did. I would have to go ahead and draw the line there. But luckily he kept falling. And in my opinion, he was the best quarterback in the draft potential wise. He was the ultimate
yeah,
draft and sit quarterback. Draft and sit him for 1 to 2 years, and
yep,
you would probably get the best quarterback in this draft. As long as he
yep,
sits, he can't just play fresh out the bat.
yeah,
And perfect
yep.
situation.
I agree, and also too, and someone else made a great point about Willis, saying that he's definitely like I said, a drafting sit quarterback, but also you got to understand where he came from as far as from Liberty. Like Liberty, like the team wasn't the best team. It's
Exactly.
not like he had like uh uh mass protection, full protection
Mm-hmm.
around him. So a lot of things he was doing, he was creating on his own anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of almost kind of like to kind of remind me of Steve McNair a little bit. Same thing, coming from a
Yeah,
small
Alcorn.
school,
Yep.
not not just the best team around him, but like I said, a year or two sitting on the bench and kind of learning and gleaning from that and just coming out and doing his thing. And I really believe 2023 and beyond, this definitely could be his team. He can definitely lead us to greater
Yep.
heights, hopefully.
For sure. And you can tell the Titans are kind of same thing with the salary cap, and like Tannehill
Yep.
next season, we
Yep.
got to be off his contract and
Yep.
go ahead, get the quarterback to replace him, got the receiver to replace AJ Brown. Let's just go ahead. It's kind of like we're not necessarily rebuilding. It's like
No.
you
It's
kind of
like a
almost,
bridge. It's like
yeah,
building a bridge.
well, you still develop and make sure the defense is gonna be good while we bridge the offense up.
Yep.
You're just gonna kind of go nick and tuck there. So they made sure they paid Harold Landry, got the defense line set, drafted another corner, got the DB set, kept Zach Cunningham, got the linebacker set. All right, defense is
Yep.
straight, offense that's kind of get ready to transition for the future.
Yep.
And then the next pick in the 4th round was Hassan Haskins, who is a perfect Deontay Foreman replacement. I saw him
I
play.
was about to say that. Definitely reminds you a lot of Foreman. I could definitely see why they picked him up. I wouldn't even be shocked if they brought him in for a couple of third down situations this coming
Yeah,
season. Yeah, particularly depending on how he does in the training camp. and in the preseason. I won't be shocked if he got some playing time.
Yep, me too. I think, and I do think coming up the season, we definitely do need to make sure Derrick Henry stays fresh. Like he can't be
Yep.
giving up 30 carries. So you got Dontre Hilliard back who can take some carries and perfect third down, receiving back. And you go out and another thumper like Deontay Foreman to come in. So spell Derrick Henry, give him about 20 carries in the beginning of the
Yep.
year, and kind of just go, give him some rest, man. Like other players can get it done too. Like get the other guys to try.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
which they tried, but Darren Evans got hurt. So
Yep.
seems like we got rid of all the injured people.
I mean, he was decent. Like I said, he just couldn't stay on the field. He just couldn't.
Okay.
He could not stay on the field to save his life.
Let's get to a couple comments. Ryan, I like the fact that he slipped. It's going to give him a chip on his shoulders to prove people wrong. Yep.
Oh, most definitely. You could tell, even draft night, you could tell that he was like, yeah,
Yep.
he was messed up about it. But I think that's definitely something that he can use to develop and get better in the league. Because I think if he would have got picked in the top 10, I don't think the motivation. I mean, the motivation would have been there. It probably won't be it. It wouldn't have been there as much as him getting picked 85th, 86. I'm sorry,
Right.
in the draft.
And your boy Rodney getting the Willis jersey out.
Yeah, we already talked about it. Yeah, man. Yeah, we getting that jersey, man. As soon as they release it, I'm on it. I'm clicking.
Clown the Super Bowl. Why you still got Clowny, man? You thought,
That
but
man
yeah,
been gone 2 years now.
he said we'll have another. He actually a free agent right now too.
I was about to
He's
say, is he even with a team?
No, he ain't with the Browns no more.
Yeah.
Somebody pick him up. But he said we don't have a number one receiver currently, which is true. Both defense, we just stacked the box against here and call it a day. That's true too. Like I said, I think the beginning of the season they're gonna start. It's gonna start off slow. Like I don't expect the offense to start the season off scoring 30 points. They're gonna be scoring. We're gonna have to win some games, 13-10, 16-9, and stuff like that. But that's why we built up the defense to give Traylon Burks the time to grow and give Robert Woods that time to get some chemistry with Tannehill and get recover from the torn ACL. So.
Yeah, and hopefully even the tight end we got
Austin
Hopper.
Hooper. Yep.
Austin, is it Hooper or Hopper?
Hooper.
Yeah, okay. I was right. Okay,
and
yeah.
That's another thing, man. We got the tight end. What do you say? Hey, don't be clowning my name. I take clown here. I ain't gonna lie. I know he stay hurt, but with our current defense line, yeah, it'd be perfect in what's called situation.
Yeah.
To come in like third down situations and stuff, man, he would be perfect right now. No lie.
Yeah, him and Landry on the ends, yeah.
Hey, we'll just have fun with you though. It's funny though, clowning. That's oh man. But moving forward, speaking of tight ends, we did take another tight end in the 4th round. I'm not fan. Chig Ikongwu.
I was happy about this one. I was real happy about it because he reminds me of Jonnu.
Yep.
He reminds me of Jonnu a lot. Just looking at the tape, the highlights of him, he definitely reminds me a lot of Jonnu. And like I said, once again, it just proves you, man, just how forward thinking J. Rob and Vrabel them are. Just how they have a plan in place, man, and it just falls in place, and it's just so dope to see, man. They definitely some of the top executives in the league.
Yep, and also clown the Super Bowl said I'm excited about you.
Yeah, me too.
I remember the 40-yard dash. He had the highest 40 time of the tight ends.
Yep.
And I knew from that day, I was like, we need speed somewhere. And that's the one thing we didn't truly address. We got Son Haskins ain't known for speed, but we do got Hilliard. Traylon Burks is like an AJ Brown clone, like, so once again, I know it's like just the fastest dude.
Right, not the fastest dude.
Yeah. I wanted us to actually take Memphis, me being from Memphis, Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin, yeah.
He was there for when we took Haskins there. I like get clown, get him, but I understand.
Where did he go? Did he get picked
up? Pittsburgh.
Okay.
With his other fellow,
yeah, I was saying Pittsburgh love the Memphis folks, man.
Yeah, Anthony Miller over there, like got the Memphis receivers over there. But like I said, we got Chig, and also I want to cap Austin for a punt return. He can punt return, but Chig, like I said, Jonnu clone, perfect. We brought back Jeff Swain, Austin Hooper, Jeff Swain with him. Hey, we good at we much better at tight end than last year.
I agree. I agree. We upgraded tight end for sure.
Yeah.
And Tannehill, I mean, what was that? In 2020, he hit the tight ends were that I think that was his best matchup as far as like passing was with tight ends.
Yep. Then round 5, Kyle Phillips. wide receiver from UCLA, perfect slot guy. Actually, he can return punts as
I was
well.
just about to
He
say they
returns them.
probably brought him in for the return for special teams for
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
And so it look like he can. A lot of people think he can play right away. So if it look like right now in the start, unless we can try and double up some money, which we just freed up about $5 million from AJ. And I think Julio's contract comes off after June 1st. Jarvis Landry's still a free agent. Know the stuff about him and Tannehill, but apparently they made up too. So I don't know whose story is true. I think we're in the running for him, but we'll see him. I wanted Cole Beasley actually, but Kyle Phillips drafting him might because he's kind of like a Cole Beasley type of player, so they might not go that route.
Cause he's like a slot receiver. Phillips, right? Yeah.
So,
they drafted him. We probably won't get Cole Beasley then.
Ryan said he could be number 3 right away. Yeah, I think so. I think it looked like we probably going to be starting 2 rookie receivers. Don't forget NWI though. NWI has continued.
He's
to
still
improve.
there. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked he's number 3. This is a name I understand because of injury. We'll see, but a name that I haven't heard anybody bring up about bringing another receiver. Bring Marcus Johnson back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was pretty good when when everyone else was down and he was playing. Yeah, he was out there doing his thing, like, but he just got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He just got hurt.
Yeah. I understand we're getting rid of all the hurt guys. Literally, Roger Sappho, Derek Evans, AJ Brown, apparently, Julio Jones. So I can understand that's probably what he's doing.
Yeah, we need some durability.
Okay. Roger said he signed the 49ers. Okay, I ain't know. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know that. So dang, yeah, I was like, that's a name I was looking like I ain't heard about him. So he signed the 49ers. That's what's up. I'm glad, man. He had got it going and got hurt. And honestly, I think if they didn't put him on IR and he was out for the season, he probably could have came back at some point. I think they just they put him on IR the second time. That was it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's gone twice. Yep.
That's what happened.
So yeah, I think Phillips part he definitely gonna do some special teams, some punt returning for sure.
Yep. Then the last 2 picks, 6th-round picks. D.L. Jackson, SEC guys. D.L. Jackson, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
I'm a Tennessee fan, know him well. Like the pick, definitely gonna help with special teams and might even give us some depth at safety because Cruz-Shank is gone.
Yep, I agree. And, that's definitely he's definitely depth in like the special teams.
And of course, Chance Campbell. I heard some people on another podcast they ain't really like the pick because they didn't think we need a linebacker. It's a 6th-round pick. And the same thing. You draft ahead. David Long was a 6th-round pick. I think 6th or 5th.
He was 6. He was 6th round.
And see what he's doing now. So, and thing with Chance Campbell, thing just taking a linebacker. Chance Campbell, I remember him in game against Tennessee. He's good. Think about linebacker. We took money rights last year. But remember, Zach Cunningham, you can get off his contract with no penalty.
Right.
And they could have did this year. So, and I love Zach Cunningham. He's very good. But remember, let's say he acts up. That's how he got out of Houston. Like, let's say something happens. Like, that's kind of like insurance in a case of something like that happen. Also, David Long's contract might be coming up.
It is, yeah.
With money wise. So it's kind of, hey, J-Rod, thanks for the future, man. I'm telling you.
Insurance.
He definitely looks for insurance, man. But that was the Titans draft. I guess, do you want to do a draft grade? If you had a grade, what was the grade?
I gave it a B-. Just like I said, just the forward thinking that they had and just thinking about where they drafted each guy in what place. Like I said, other than McCreary, I think all these other guys were great value picks. Where they picked them up. So yeah, I definitely give him a B- for sure.
Man, I'm teetering between B+, A-. I'll go ahead and say A- because of the trade to get more picks.
Okay.
We end up, I think we came in the draft, we only had like 5 or 6.
We had 5 picks and we ended up with what? What's that, 10?
9. Yeah. We had 10, but we traded up to get Malik Willis. That was the
that's it.
So for us to start off at 5 or 6 and get up to 9 picks, and then, like I said, straight draft for the future, get a couple players. Well, all these players probably develop. You can see any of these players on the field this season.
Definitely. So,
I think I loved it. Also, we did bring back the guy from what was that special teams linebacker? Dylan Cole, I think it was his name. The guy who forced that fumble in the Saints game.
Cole.
But he dropped that pick against the Patriots. So I liked him too. So like I said, I think we pretty much stacking up over here. Ryan said, "Hey, yep." Ryan said, "I thought the draft they had was good, even though it was overshadowed by the AJ trade." Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. But I think throughout like NFL circles, everybody like loved the Titans draft. It was one.
Yeah.
I can't think of the Twitter account. That jump was so funny. They did draft grades for all 32 teams. Everybody had either A plus or F.
Dang.
It was only one in between. They gave the Steelers a C.
Oh, yeah, man. Like I didn't like that Kenny Pickett pick. Like personally, like I don't see him coming in and doing anything. I mean, maybe eventually, but I just don't see. I don't think he has the tangibles right now to kind of lead them to any kind of prominence. Personally,
Man, somebody did a picture of like a small hand and holding like AirPod.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
AirPod picking the bud, bro. They was like this kitty picky. I was like, bro, y'all need to stop it.
Yeah, folks ruthless, man. Yeah, is undefeated.
But yeah, we got. I understand the pick. I mean, they signed Mr. Trubisky, but let's keep it 100. We'll see. Mr.
Yeah,
Trubisky. Rest in
yeah,
peace. Remember, Dwayne Haskins had just died a week ago.
yeah. Yep.
Kenny Pickett was right there in their backyard in Pittsburgh. I think he was the
Yeah, I
most.
get it.
I think he was the most pro-ready quarterback right now to play this year.
Okay.
But I think the most potential is Malik Willis if he's set. But I think
Yeah,
Kenny Pickett was
yeah.
the most ready. Like he can come in right now and
Like
play.
right now, I got you. I
Yeah,
got
but
you.
how good can he be? We'll see.
Yeah.
But I think he was the most ready to play now. Him, I would say probably Desmond Ridder could play right now as well. So he might be challenging Mariota in Atlanta. We'll see. The Titans, Mario loves probably ain't gonna want to hear that, but hey, it might be.
Yeah, man. Especially Mariota down there shooting our first couple games. Yeah, they definitely gonna bring in Ritter.
Yo, I knew somebody gonna bring him up. Don't forget Mason Kinsey press card. Give him a chance. Get rid of Batson. I think Batson is gone. If I ain't
Yeah, I don't
mistaken.
think Bats. Yeah, yeah, I think he was a free agent.
I don't think they brought him back. Don't forget. I know, yeah, Mason Kinsey. I know, our guys over there,
Yeah,
Titan
Titan
Upload, Titan
Upload.
Rossi.
And Rossi.
And
Yeah, they love him.
prayers up to Rossi as well. I don't know what's going on, but I know he's taking like a step away right now for family. I don't know what stuff
Oh
going on,
wow.
family and thing, but prayers up to him.
Okay.
Titan Upload, they posted it on Twitter. So
Okay.
prayers up to Titans Rossi. But yeah, that's that guy. I like Mason Kinsey too. He feisty, but hey, we'll see. I mean, he's about to get some competition. It's about to be some competition.
In the
We
wide
see
receiver room, yeah, that way it's looking. Yeah.
see what Des Fitzpatrick is. Des Fitzpatrick going
Yeah,
actually
Fitzpatrick.
improve.
Yeah.
Like,
What he gonna do? Yeah.
I'm kind of pretty like excited to see the young guns and see how they improve, see what happens. Uploads and Rossi guy, yes sir. That's that boy right there. They got cool with the family and everything.
Yeah.
I respect it. Oh man, but moving forward to the draft, of course, Ryan Tannehill had his. I really think this is very blown out of proportion, but we're about to have this conversation. Ryan Tannehill finally met. It's so funny. All season now. I was the main person saying we need to draft a quarterback in future, sit behind Tannehill if we can get a replacement that's an upgrade. There was on two upgrades to me: Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Matt Ryan was no upgrade. Matt Ryan. I can give you the argument if you say Matt Ryan is better than Tannehill. I give you the argument. He's not that much better than if he is better than him right now. He's not that much better than him.
I agree.
They're closer eye to eye than anything. And who else got traded? He won't trade from no Carson Wentz. Anyway, and Deshaun Watson was a division. He wasn't getting traded here.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening. So
that wasn't a possibility. No.
After that, draft a quarterback, sit behind Tannehill. And a lot of fans like, man, Tannehill need to come talk to the media, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's taking this harder than all of us. I promise you. And he said that he spoke about his mental health. He had to go to therapy. I figured out that. I was like, think about it. He threw those 3 interceptions. He ain't just sitting here like, life is good.
Right. I was hoping that he was messed up about it. If he came out just kind of nonchalant, like it is what it is, that happened, whatever. Like, I think I'd be a little bit more upset than him, saying like, he was in a dark place and he had to get therapy. He took some time off. Like, I hope he was doing that. I mean, because, bro, you the one. I mean, let's be honest. He lost that for us, man.
He's there.
Like, that was solely on him. Like, I don't. Yeah.
With some help from Todd Downey, but mostly
of course. Yeah.
So, like I said, I knew that. I was like, so as hard as y'all going, I'm pretty sure. And we saw videos of him working out in Miami. I think Mason Kinsey and Des Fitzpatrick.
They were down there with him. Yeah.
So I mean, he been out there like it's like he's not working. He didn't go to the one-day voluntary thing that even Mike Vrabel didn't show up to.
Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, I mean, he a veteran. He been in league since 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that ain't.
And of course, he finally comes. He talked about that. Then they asked him about, and I can't remember. Titans therapy had posted an actual question that was asked, and the question, how the way the question was phrased, it really made his answer come
and you
off.
know who it was. You know who that was to answer that question, right?
It was PK.
Nope, Jared Stillman.
Jared Stillman. Oh, of course. I got him muted, bro. I don't him and PK. I got them muted. I don't see nothing they put. I literally
I got PK muted. I got PK muted for sure.
I got both of them muted. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't. I don't see how y'all do it, y'all. I can't.
Yeah, that was Stillman. Stillman asked me that question because he worded it as to you got Malik Willis coming to the team to take your spot. You know, how do you feel about? I'm like, bro, why would you ask it like that?
Yeah, I know it's your guy, man. PK is a fine guy. I know, man. He ain't mine. I wouldn't lie. If they want to come on the podcast, I'd bring them on. But yeah, but
right.
Yeah. So I mean, he basically said, "No, I'm not. It's not." He just said it's not. I think it's the way he answered the question. He said it's not my job to mentor him, but if he wants to learn, he's more than welcome, right? I'm pretty sure AJ not necessarily mentor him. I think John Smith posted about today too. He was like,
I saw that too. He was like, he didn't mentor me, but I did learn a lot from him. Yeah,
exactly. Like it's not like he said. He was telling the truth. He just maybe he shouldn't have said it. Maybe he should have left off. It's not my job to mentor. Maybe he just should just said, "Hey, I'm willing. If he's willing to learn from me, cool."
Yeah, I think that part, like I said, that little sentence right there is what really I think maybe smeared the whole statement. Because like you said, what he said it pretty much before he said that was pretty on point. Coming in and like I said, if he possibly learns something, that's fine. But I just think it was blown way out of proportion. And to be honest with you, man, I don't know. I'm kind of like with my guy Titans of Truth. I'm not on the Tannehill hype train no more. Like I defeated that man. I defended that man for 2 years, and he let me down. So I was kind of like, I don't want him to learn from Tannehill anyway. Personally,
that's what some people say.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I don't really care. Plus we got Tim Kelly.
Yeah,
pretty much a quarterback guru. So it's kind of like he gonna be in the lab with a talented person anyway. So, and then too, Tannehill see the writing on the wall too. Let's be honest. Exactly. He see the writing on the wall. I mean, it's almost like a Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes situation. Bingo. You see the writing on the wall. You know what he 34. What he's 33, 34 now.
34. Yep.
You pretty much $40 million on the team salary cap.
Yep.
And you did what you did to the team in the playoffs. He know what's up. He know what's up. So it's kind of like some of that also is a little bitterness too behind that. Yeah. So
shout out if I got C Wood, you just in, man.
But yeah, man. To be me personally, like that's good. He ain't learning nothing from Tannehill because
video game.
I'm not too big on Tannehill these days. I'm not. Good player. Like to me, he'll probably end up like Ryan Fitzgerald, like Fitzmagic. He'll probably be the veteran quarterback on teams and stuff. Like somebody come in and bring some kind of veteran leadership, but that's it. Yeah, but yeah, he know what's up. He knows what's up. He's right
like that, right? But
right,
of course, Ryan Tannehill. I had to say this. He will be learning from him, like just the ins and outs, how to prepare. Though like the mental aspect of the game,
right.
Actually playing, of course, now because they're different quarterbacks. Like he really need to be looking at like a Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, even. I think he has He has a much better arm, so that's why I thought he was the best potential quarterback because his arm plus the athleticism running. It was like you can't beat that. You can teach the other stuff. Let me tell you now, Pat Mahomes when he came into the draft, he wasn't known to be. Nobody thought he would be what he became.
No, not at all.
We didn't think he'd be slow, but I didn't think he'd be what he became. Right. Like it took him that year sitting behind Alex Smith, who different. I think it's like you said, just like this situation. It's a very same situation. I mean, I told my guys when my San Francisco fans, Golden State Warriors fans, we about to get to. They asked me about Tannehill back in like November, and I was like, I want us to do what y'all did when y'all drafted Trey Lance to see behind Jimmy G because Jimmy G, Tannehill. I actually think Tannehill better than Jimmy G, but kind of same quarterbacks. Like draft somebody that Alex Smith. Like draft somebody, see behind them, learn from them, learn the mental aspect, learn the game, and be ready to take the reins after a year.
Yep.
But yeah, what did man say? Learn from a Madden tutorial. Y'all right here so hilarious. Man. The question is if
Yeah,
Malik starts at some point, will they commit to his skill set? I think they with the addition of Tim Kelly, I think they will. I understand, and it was scary because of Mariota. We didn't do that, Mariota. But honestly, that was a different regime because by the time Vrabel came in, it was almost too late. Mariota's confidence was shy at that point. It was
he was
kind of too
shot.
late.
He had those. He had that fibula injury.
Yep.
That was like his
Definitely.
what third, fourth
The
coach,
second week. Yep.
fourth, fifth coordinator. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't any kind of continuity with Mariota. I think that also all that played a role in his time with the Titans too. To be honest.
Right. I think we're a lot more stable now
Yep.
in
Yeah.
that time.
Definitely. Yep.
And I also, like I said, that fibula injury really, that not only that, whatever injury he had with the elbow or
Oh
nerve
yeah.
injury,
Yeah.
that really took him out. That he lost his
Yeah.
accuracy after that. He wasn't the same at all after that one.
Yep.
So I think it was a lot of whole different things when the Mariota, but part of that problem was the skill set. And I wrote a blog, not my most recent one, but the one before that, on the right situation a couple weeks ago. I detailed about players getting the right situation and things like that. Lamar Jackson, I spoke about that because Baltimore completely made their scheme around him, like Ryan just asked. So I think the Titans will definitely do that. So that's a really good question.
Yeah. Definitely.
See what they agree, Ryan. That's a big question. That's a very big question. I think they will. I think this regime, we're way more stable now than we were with Mario.
And then you got to think Tim Kelly was also the was he the offensive coordinator or the passing coordinator when Deshaun Watson was
He was
there
the offensive coordinator.
2020? Yeah. So and he still did pretty well. I mean, even though the team overall wasn't that good, but as far as watching as a quarterback that year, his stats and everything was still pretty on point. He
Yep.
was still a threat. So I could definitely, if Tim Kelly stays on, when Malik Willis take over the helm, I could definitely see them try to commit to it for sure.
Yep, man. I can definitely see. Kind of like last year, put that pressure on Todd Downey, just like they did with Shane Bowen with Jim Schwartz. See, if something go wrong,
Yeah,
you know what's
definitely.
gonna happen. Same
Yeah,
thing this season. Something go wrong, you know
yeah,
what's about to happen.
yeah. Todd Downer, yeah, he got one foot out the door too. If they don't, if the Titans don't perform,
Yep.
he probably gone too.
Cause they wanted Tim Kelly last year, but the Texans
Yep,
wouldn't allow him.
they won out an interview.
Yeah,
Yep.
David Culley wanted to keep him. So yeah, this is Mike Vrabel's guy. So let's be on the lookout for that. But enough Titans talk. Let's get to the real stuff. Grizzlies-Warriors.
Ah, I gotta.
Nah, you got to make me get my Grizzlies hat now. Nah, let me go
Yeah,
step away for a second.
yeah,
You know what's
man.
so
I gotta
funny?
go ahead and
You know what's so
represent.
funny? When I pulled this hat, my wife, she's a Golden State Warrior. She like both Golden State and Memphis. This is
Okay.
Golden State Warriors. This is actually Golden State Warriors hat right behind my Memphis Grizzlies hat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
When I pulled it out, I was like, Bradshaw's Golden State hat right here. But that's her. That's not me. I do like Golden State, but not right now. Hey, we got some beef going on. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you already know. Yes,
All
sir.
right, man. A lot of stuff is happening in these first two games. Dude, man, it just get past it, man. We know what happened, man. Draymond got kicked out of game one after some stuff.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks did some stuff. I as a Memphis fan, he shouldn't have. He's getting suspended now for it. Now Gary Payton's out for a whole month. So actually hate that. I mean, we don't want to see that.
Right.
But it happened. Series is 1-1 now. What are your thoughts about the basketball in this series and what
Yeah.
you think to expect going forward?
It's going the exact way that I expected to go. Close games. I think both teams they have possessions where they like clicking, and they both have possessions where it's like, what the hell's going on? Like, what y'all doing? Um, I think in the end, Golden State's experience. I think we kind of talked about this before for the show. Especially in game one, I think Golden State's experience definitely stood out compared to Memphis's inexperience. And I think in game two, it was the Warriors' carelessness that stood out the most in that game as to why they lost. And Ja, like I said, that guy's definitely the future of the NBA. He's definitely one of the future faces of the NBA. If he's not a face of the NBA already, for sure. I like Ja. Sometimes he do a little too much showboating for me. But the dude got hops. He's definitely a highlight reel in action for sure. But it's definitely it's going the way that I think it's going. think all these games gonna be close. I don't see any game being a straight up blowout.
No.
Either team's probably going to win by 10 points or less. All these games, like I said, I don't see any team coming out blowing out because, like I said, I think even though Memphis is a young team, Taylor Jenkins got them pretty much coached pretty well, and they can definitely keep up with the best of them for sure. Even like the Grizzlies, to be honest, even without Ja even on the floor, they can still maintain possessions and maintain just that high level, the high intensity. Where a lot of teams, man, like when the star player either out injured or they sit on the bench for a couple of minutes, it seems like everything goes downhill. That's some of the reasons why I have respect for Memphis because they could keep that same level of intensity even when Ja was out hurt and even when Ja's like sitting on the bench getting rest. So yeah, like I said, the series going away. I think it's going. I still got the Warriors in 6. I think it goes 6. I see Memphis probably still in one out here in San Francisco, one of those 2 games. And like I said, I think the Warriors close out in 6.
And actually, I speak your same sentiments. As y'all know, I got the Grizzlies podcast starting 5, and Let's Be Real podcast, so I predict them both. And ain't nothing changed my prediction based on the first 2 games. I'm unbiased, man. I'm always unbiased. I'm biased for Titans. I'm biased for all my teams. Throughout the season, I picked Golden State to win the championship, and I picked them to beat us in the playoffs. And we got to this series, and I had Golden State in 7, winning Game 7 in Memphis. I think experience, and I know I need the Grizzlies to prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong, Memphis. Of course, I'm still cheering. Hope y'all prove me wrong. But being unbiased, I am. That's my pick. I just think, like you said, the experience portion of it, it just feel like, team, they won 3 championships with those 3 guys, Draymond,
Yep.
Clay, and Steph. Ja and them, they won Game 2. He missed a shot he normally make it to, lose Game 1. But
Yep.
you see the youthful mistakes. You see the stuff,
Right.
how they left Clay wide open for that 3. How you got lucky that Steph missed the 3 before then Game 1. And Clay missed 2 free throws in order for you to have a shot and a missed call. Let's be honest. That's the reason I don't never really complain about the referees a lot. I did a little bit in the Minnesota series. They were a little tripping, a little too much in that series. But in this series, it has kind of been both ways. A lot of like missed calls. And Game 1, y'all got screwed. Like that was out of bounds on us. They said nobody had
Oh
challenge.
yeah. When they did the jump ball, that was our Brooks. Yeah, that was our Brooks all day.
I reviewed it. Like I was like, what?
But I'm gonna be honest, and I think too they were saying like that particular crew. I think this is like their second playoff series, like or second year doing it. So I think they got a little razzle. I think by the crowd, and I just think about just by the intensity, about just by the level of play in that game. I think they got a little razzle because you notice the last game the referee was, I think like I said, was a little bit more even, a little bit more sensible.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's caused both ways. So even last game, I ain't gonna front that foul. I mean, I guess it was a foul, but that Draymond, that kind of, I give y'all idea. I was like, we'll take it.
I mean, yeah, you gonna take it definitely. Sure. Yeah,
that was a superstar call. That's what
it
was.
Yeah, that was definitely superstar. Yeah,
we not used to we don't get superstar calls, so it's like we have to get it, and we'll take it.
Yeah, that was straight up superstar call.
I'm pretty sure. You as a Golden State fan, Grizzlies, fans arguing on Twitter. They brought up that KD when he stepped out of bounds against Houston.
Oh yeah, that game against that man was all out of bounds. Should I get that? That man was straight up.
Yeah, so that happens. Long as it's like kind of even. I think this series has mostly been even. So the Grizzlies, Ja Morant, he came too big in Game 2. Game 1, he had 34 and 31 shots, but Jaren Jackson came through in that game. I think and Jaren Jackson's the biggest key for us, and I don't trust him to be consistent enough to stay out of foul trouble enough to win us a series. If he could stay out of foul trouble, then I could say Grizzlies in 6 or 7, but I don't trust he gonna do that because y'all have no matchup for him.
Right.
And even both him and Ja are 2 best players, talent wise, and Desmond Bane is right now hurt. Hopefully he feels better for Game 3.
You could definitely tell he's hurt because it was a couple of shots he was passing up.
Yep.
I know, especially in Game 2, he was passing up a lot of good looks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that man hurt. Yep. He ain't right.
Mm-hmm. He had a back injury. I think he got hurt in Game 1 or the last game against Minnesota.
Okay.
This man said Death Texas and Triple J found out. Hey, don't lie, man. And you know what's so funny, Ryan, man? I know, Anthony saying on Twitter and stuff, I just busting my guy out. But that man told us he wanted us to apologize for in our Starting Five podcast, we criticized Triple J a lot last year.
Mhm.
And to me, I don't think we criticized him to the point where we was like he sucked or something. It was just we see how he playing, like he can play better. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like he is somebody we need to apologize and y'all did. I'm like, apologize for what? He wasn't playing well at the time. Now he playing well. So what? Like, y'all get on somewhere with this man. So
He
a lot
doing
of
what he's supposed to do.
right, a lot of Grizzlies fans getting on. They got on us. Our own blog site got on was like, hey, we disagree with y'all about Triple J. I'm like, okay, disagree
Okay.
about being real, cool. Like now he
Yeah.
playing well, then he doing the stuff we criticize him about. Like that's our criticism. Be consistent. So
Yep.
it's
And
up to
that's how
him.
and that's how I'm about Draymond. Like, I love Draymond, but sometimes he yaps too much with the refs. Like, bruh, okay, you didn't foul him or you did. So what, man? Just get back on defense or whatever. Like you don't need to be going back and forth with these refs all the time.
Yep. Same. Yep. So this is the type of series, man.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's pretty much like I said, what I expected to be.
Yeah, it's
It's
hot.
what I definitely what I expected.
You gotta love it. I love the trash talk. I know a lot of people can't stand the
Yeah,
Grizzlies talking
definitely.
trash, but I'm like, man, think about game one. I heard Clay walk to the locker room talking about bitch ass Memphis. I heard
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Like, so
Yeah,
of course,
I'm loving it. Yeah,
man, Steph looked in, walked through in the host like, yeah, it's gonna be a good series, brother.
it's gonna be fun.
So
Yeah.
that's what y'all said after game two. Hey, let's have some fun.
Yep. 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 Hey. Yeah.
Hey, I love it, man. It's great. You can tell two fans of opposite teams can actually get along, like on Twitter.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it ain't that serious, man. Man, them
Wow,
guys
like,
ain't paying my bills. I
right.
ain't finna get out of my feelings, man. I'm like in a Facebook group, right? And man, Sunday when the Grizzlies lost, man, some dude in there calling folks bees, and I'm like, dude, like it ain't that serious, bro. Like, come
It
on,
ain't.
man. Like
It ain't.
you getting personal. Like you can't be calling no other grown man that and expect that to be cool.
And then if he actually see you and come back at you, like it's gonna be
Yeah,
world of trouble.
yeah,
So,
right. Yeah,
man,
but no, man. Yeah, it's exciting. I agree. It's gonna be good. It's gonna like I said. I think each game's gonna pretty much come down to the last few minutes. Like I said, I don't see any blowouts. I don't. I just don't see just go by how both teams play and stuff. I just don't see it because um like the Warriors, like they could be down 10, 15. Like I don't even trip anymore when the Warriors down 10, 15 points in the game because I know they could go on the run real quick
yep.
and they up by 5, 6, like quick in 2 minutes. And it looked like Memphis the same with like same
Yep.
thing like when you all played Minnesota, how you guys were down so much and just came back like that. I'm like, yeah.
Every time. We was down by 25 plus in the same twice in the same game, man. We was down 26, came back, got within 7, went back down by 25, came back in 1.
You see Pat Bev yesterday gonna make that tweet. He was like, I'm like, man, you at home, bro. Like, be quiet. And you gave up 2 25-point leads in one game. Be quiet.
We had a 15, 13-point lead with 7 minutes ago when Cat told the crowd to shoot in game 5 before Ja took over that one. So and I think it come to this series, I was like, Memphis can't play the same way they play against Minnesota. They still are. I was like, Minnesota and Golden State, Golden State, Minnesota, bro. Like you can't do that. So I know we got Steven Adams coming back. I think he'll be playing in this series because Draymond is not a shooter. But Draymond is really smart. He knows on those pick and rolls to get the ball out. So but Steve, we need some rebounding. I don't know how y'all out rebound.
Man, I'm shocked just as much as you because that was the thing I was worried about the most because we're not a great rebounder. I mean, we're not terrible, but we're not great either. I think you all were like the number one rebounding team in the regular season.
Sure.
And like we had just as many offensive rebounds as you all did in game 1. I think even more game 2. And I'm just like, man, but shout out to Wiggins though. Two-way Wiggs, man. He out there getting them.
He had to do Brandon Clark like that, man. You tell Brandon Clark is out the red. You rest of that game. Brandon Clark ain't played that bad this whole postseason. That was his worst game this postseason. Like the rest of this game, he was out.
Man, when that happened, I had to stand up out my seat. I was just like, oh my God.
I was like, we're used to other players doing that in this arena.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all good fun, man. But I'm proud. It's kind of opposite the Grizzlies. You without Golden State, we're out shooting y'all, but y'all got more points in the paint. That's the exact opposite of what normally the Grizzlies do, and exact opposite of what y'all do. So it's it's like y'all both teams are taking what the defense is giving them, and they actually succeeding in some sorts with it. Both teams are making adjustments. No, Y'all left Cal Anderson open a lot, and boy, tell you that little slow wind up. Yeah, y'all kept leaving him open, leaving Ja open. Then we returned the favor. I was like, stop leaving the shooters open, leave the other guys open. We finally started leaving Wiggins open, leave Otto Porter open. I like, you
Yeah.
live. If they
Yep.
hit shots, you live. Just like with
You live
us.
with it.
Al
Yeah.
Anderson and Ja even, they hit threes, you live.
Yep. Yep.
You live
I
with it.
agree. Yeah.
That stuff you live with.
But the only thing though, the worst that frustrated me on was like with Clay. Like Clay was shot hunting on game 2. I don't know
He
if you
was.
noticed that. It
Yeah.
was a couple of times where he was like dribbling and then do like a lean in
Mhm.
jumper or like a fadeaway. I'm like, bro, that's not your game.
Yeah, he was the fed the game.
Right, right. You catch and shoot, bro. You catch and shoot. You dribble no more than 2 times and you pass it, or you get the ball and you
Right.
like
Which
like stop that.
which is adjustment the Grizzlies did make in game 1 because game 1 they were falling for every single pump fake. I was like, bro,
Yep.
don't pump fake at Clay. You want him to dribble.
Yep.
That's what
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
you make him dribble. That's the point.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's see. Ryan said Jordan Poole was like a
Oh
liability.
yeah.
They were
Most
hunting him.
definitely. Even my wife said that. She was talking about that day. She was like, Poole is a liability out there on defense. Most
Which
definitely.
which is why I can't with the all the arguments talking about man Golden State. I see how important Gary Payton the second is. Although he ain't shut down, y'all, but he's gonna
Right.
make him work, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I can see the argument because a couple years ago when y'all lost when LeBron came back 3-1, hate to bring it up, but a lot of people like, man, I know Draymond got spent in game 5, but they lost game 6 and 7. Where Andrew Bogan got hurt in game 5. He was out the rest of the
Exactly.
series. That was
Yep.
rim protector.
That
And
was rim protection.
Andre Iguodala got hurt, and he had the back
Yep.
injury like Desmond Bain right now. He could barely
Yep.
move.
Yep.
That made a difference. Those are key role players.
And I tell people that I was like, I understand people got agendas. I understand people got their agendas, but you got to look at things in context.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at everything in context for sure.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
like I
So
said, you about to say?
no, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Like I said, I'm gonna buy it as it come. Like I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna tell you, like on both teams, I can see what I can see the arguments on both sides. I just hate like how how people on Twitter just have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
so.
I just don't like how folks just kind of taking it personal or just making it seem like, well, Draymond did this. I'm like, both things could be true.
Yeah,
Draymond could
that
be
could be true.
slimy too, but at the same time, what Brooks did they don't excuse what Dylan Brooks did.
Exactly, man. Like, and same thing. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Hey, he got suspended because Gary Payton got hurt. Well, and Brandon Clark, he lucky he didn't foul hard. That's true. But guess what? Brandon Clark didn't get hurt, and Gary Payton
He
did get
played
hurt.
another. Yeah, he's still playing. He's still
That's the
suiting
difference.
up. Yep.
Like that does make a difference when it comes down
Yeah.
to giving suspension and all that. So I understand.
Definitely.
And when Draymond did his thing, I ain't gonna lie, I knew it would probably be a flagrant 2 by the definition. But looking at the play, I was like, flagrant 1, keep it moving.
It should. I think what happened. I think a couple things happened with that
Pull
play.
it
I
down.
think for one, in real time when that happened, it looked more egregious than when you look at it in slow mo on replay. And 2, it was Draymond.
Bingo.
It was Draymond Green. He already got the reputation. And I think 3, like I said, the refs got rattled by the crowd because they was all kick him out, and I think they got pressured. So I think all those 3 things compound together. Boom, you got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. And that's how I knew when Dylan did what he did in game 2. Even Gary Payton did get hurt. It was automatic out. I was like, just because what happened in game 1, they got to set a precedence. They can't just allow stuff like this to happen.
Yeah, they also they had to eject him because, like I said, the president was set in game 1 with Draymond.
Yep. And I understand Steve Kerr's comments. Now he was hurt, and I understand I like what he said. I don't think that Dylan
That's a dirty play.
hurt him, and
Yeah,
he don't think he was hurt.
I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was intentional.
Yeah, it was stupid, but it was reckless. It was dirty. It was actually a dirty play, but he's not a dirty player. Like,
and even Draymond said on his podcast this morning, he was saying that pretty much Memphis came out, you all came out and set a tone. That's all that it was. They were trying to set a tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He showed. I did pick with him on that one because game 1 how he was doing all the hyping up when he got ejected. The game 2 after the game he mad flicking us out talking about, man, they were cheering because I was going to the locker room hurt. I was like, well, you did all jumping around in game 1, so I mean,
yeah,
you got to keep.
I know, that's Draymond, he be doing too much sometimes. Like, bro, like I get it. You want to be emotional, you want to be the emotional leader and stuff, but sometimes, man, you got to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, exactly. Like when he came on his podcast after game one, talking about he didn't think it was flagrant one. I was like, come on now, like that was
Yeah,
flagrant one now at
that was
least.
definitely should have been flagrant one at the least. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
I
It
like
should have been
Charles Barkley.
flagrant one, and like I said, kept it moving.
I like Charles Barkley said he had 2 flagrant ones. He had to hit, did the pull that. I was like low key, yeah, but it was so. I'm a person who like the old school better, but I understand they trying to keep the game clean. I give them that. So. Well, it's gonna be fun, man. We got what, man? It's game 3 coming up Saturday.
The longest 3 days of my life, bro. I swear.
Hey, we need Desmond Bain to get right, go and get some shots where if he need for his back. So we were fine
Yeah,
with it.
yeah,
But man, it does it for the show, man. Appreciate you coming on again.
yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Man, for sure. Tell everybody what follow you at.
You can follow me on Twitter at I_Teezy TEEZY06, and also on Facebook at Ian Talley.
Show for sure, man. Make sure to get my guy a follow. Of course, if you're a Grizzlies fan, you might get a little hostile a little bit with him with these next coming weeks or so.
Yeah,
But if you're a Titans fan, y'all gonna love him afterward.
I ain't ducking no smoke, baby. Dub Nation.
So like, and remember, actually, I need to change. I realized I need to change my bottom line. Everybody tighten up. Everybody tighten up does not exist no more. So if you're watching on the screen and looking at the bottom, I gotta change that. I'm going to change it. Just follow me at the one DAONE_P Shark. You're gonna see everything I talk about: Titans, Grizzlies, Tigers, Memphis Tigers, Tennessee Balls, whatever, any sport. Of course, mainly NBA, NFL, basketball, football. Of course, I get into a little boxing and everything every now and then as well. So follow me on there if you want. Grizzlies content, start at 5, the number 5, MEM. Follow us. We have an episode dropping pretty much every Tuesday or Monday, depending. Next week, it probably Wednesday because game 4 is Monday. So we're going to record Tuesday. So just be on the lookout. It's on the Grizzly Bear Blues Podcast Network. You can follow us on any podcast platform. And of course, Let's Be Real Podcast every Saturday or so. This Saturday, we would not be live. Schedules conflicting. We got six people on the podcast, and we're getting older, having kids, getting married. Our schedules are getting a little, getting a little more hurt out here. So be sure to check us out at LBR_media. That's why I'll be posting this episode on through that Twitter page. So and I'll be retweeting it from my account. So appreciate y'all, whoever tuned in, whoever listens to on the podcast, audio platforms. Remember, like, subscribe, give me a 5-star rating and a review on Apple and a 5-star rating on Spotify, if you will, please. So till next time, y'all, let's tighten up.
Peace.